Any new Suhiro? Yep, he has new dialogue for the progress we made.
What's the matter? So earnest.
I wanted to properly speak with you.
About what?
I don't approve of your actions.
Well, I'll admit that's an acceptable reaction. I'm aware that what I did doesn't conform to our societal norms, and my actions can only be described as murder. But I have no regret for what I've done, and I know that people will never comprehend my choices. After all, who could possibly sympathize with my beliefs in this matter?
Outsiders shouldn't have a say in what you seek in this world. And it's not for me to tell you that your view of reality may be skewed. Nor is it my place to condone your actions.
You seem to confront matters head-on, don't you?
Well, we have a mound of problems. There's no time for anything else.
Problems? I'm not sure I follow you there. Is there a specific problem concerning me and my history?
You've told me about your world and your solitude.
And is that something to be considered a problem? You have the world in which you choose to operate, and I have mine.
Yes, you have a sort of reality that you live in. We've established that. But I live in that world too. We've crossed paths in order to subdue the end. So your world's right here. And I don't want you to be a murderer in my world.
Well, if this is your world, it's your right to inject your ideals into it as well, I suppose. However, if you expect me to be persuaded so easily, you are misrepresented. I won't be talked out of taking lives.
Then I'll stop you.
Will you stop me? Truly?
That's right. Even when we have finished this battle and returned to our separate lives, I will stop you.
I doubt 1 or 2 lives will make a difference.
Then I'll keep at it. As long as I'm there, no more murders.
Well, then I guess you'll have to become my assistant.
If that's the only way.
So that's how you intend to ensure your ideals are justly meted out, is it? How fascinating. I'd love to see this sort of a world. But before we can really see all this come to pass, we must first save the day.
That's bizarre. That's completely bizarre. Well, I guess you're just gonna have to follow me everywhere all the time to make sure I don't kill more people. Great. Great. Our current healer character is a casual killer man. Great. How are we doing on money? That's maybe enough for an upgrade for someone. Ish. Get the Zenji one. The Zenji one's expensive. And also, anyone else still planning for an upgrade? You. Silver Badabajat is too expensive too. Great. Can't afford that one either. Then we can get the Suhiro upgrade. We could. It is a plus 40. We can afford it. It's valid. I'll go for it for now. Even though he might be the murderer. So this is it. I probably shouldn't have bought that, frankly. But too late. This episode we're gonna find out who the murderer is. Not the murderer, goddammit. We already know who the murderer is. He's the murderer. He is definitely a murderer. They made that really clear. But we're gonna find out, there we go. We're gonna find out which specific character is the, traitor of this floor. Because I'm gonna find out who the third voice is, for sure. It's pretty impossible for me to screw this up, I think. And then we'll do the process of, chasing a voice in the white void, which I don't like that minigame. I would rather just play a few voices that sound kind of suspicious about who the traitor might be, and then just be like, positive or negative, and that's it. I don't like the running towards it, especially the part where you do it 3 times. Not only do you do it 3 times, because you do it for 3 different characters, but for each of those characters, you chase them 3 times, and I'm like, this is a really not satisfying minigame that's not really well done. And, in particular, when you're doing it, half the dialogue is just playing over each other, and it's also looping, and you hear the same lines a lot, and it's just... I don't think that's a well-done way of conveying that mechanic. I don't think it's as interesting as it would have been if just show a little cutscene and move on in significantly less time. It's quaint, I suppose, and it's kind of what you might expect from a PS Vita game, or a PS3 game. No, yeah, it feels like a Vita game, but I think this was a PS3 game, not a Vita game, or was it also on Vita? I kind of forget. Agito or Nagi? Nagi's the one I'm testing right now, right? So this will be a no Sahiro run then. Okay, that's decent. Oh, it's a dorm. There's always a dorm. Why has there got to be a dorm? Alright, well this is a decent run to do without a healer because everyone's kind of split up anyway, and so they don't have access to healers probably. Seems biased in favor of flying characters, kind of. Details, yeah. Sho and Nagi can't go down. They're both on the left side, isolated from the rest of the team. Kind of reinforces the idea that these are supposed to be like kind of like loyalty missions a bit. Okay, so Yoko, Agito, Mana, Toya. This makes sense, right? Yeah, I can do anything but since this is Nagi's mission, it has to not have Sahiro on it. That's the only requirement, really. So we're set. Just need to pick the order. Toya and Mana are over here. Yoko. Agito. Agito being far away is good. Yoko being far away is fine, I guess. Mana and Toya are kind of tough characters. Eh. I'm vaguely fine with this. I'm a soldier through and through, Sho. When I first arrived here, I didn't care about what happened to me as long as it's for the world. No, I wasn't even concerned about that.
You're right.
I see. I've been sensing that. I viewed that resolution of yours as both promising and concerning this whole time.
But...
Still, we fought here to protect the world, and then we heard that there's a traitor. Without even knowing who was the traitor, you were concerned for me. This must be happiness. Amid all the battles where I don't know what to believe, I was able to confirm my existence thanks to you approaching me. At the same time, I started to think that I didn't want to sacrifice myself. What's the point of saving the world if I can't see it? If you can't see it for yourself? Let's head home together, Nagi. So now Sho is starting to turn into Yoko a little bit with these like really idealistic bonding speeches with characters that he might have to kill like a few minutes from now. It's getting a little weird. So we're around 2 enemies over here. We might as well just AoE both of them. Oh right, you aim elsewhere. If I do it just right, I can hit the barrel. And if I hit the barrel... Whoa, it's doing the load in. If I hit the barrel, it can do additional damage to one of them.
I know your moves.
Oof. Bad times for you.
Move out.
We're off to a decent start. We can focus more on Dorm soon at least. This guy's going to attack somebody, and then that person's going to counterattack and kill them. Hopefully he'll attack Sho, because Sho might be able to attack him before he even gets the attack off, and then they get through without getting any harm. Hopefully he doesn't charm. If he charms, I might have to basically start over, because charm is devastating, and I still don't have any items or skills that deal with it, I don't think. Despite being kind of late into the game, frankly. Let's see, you two are in the middle of the fight. Are you in attack range for anybody by just standing here? No? And the other character's a melee character, so they're definitely not. Just trying to see if the outside people could assist the current standing position. Probably want to go away because it's a high damage skill.
Please.
And
there we
away
go.
we go.
More or less the same thing for you as a melee character. The strongest thing Agito can do is just a basic attack half the time, which is interesting. Most characters don't work that way.
Too slow.
Miss. He's also quite effective because of how often people miss him. A super strong melee attack. Bwammo. I'm anime.
Well, who's next?
That reminded me of those really bad PS2 era Street Fighter games that were 3D. I don't know if anyone even remembers those ones. I had one of them, and it was, I don't know if they're really bad, honestly. I don't know anything about fighting games, so I can't judge their quality usually. It's just that it was really cheesy and awkward 3D animation for the time. And like it was 4-player like Smash Brothers and stuff, but it was a Street Fighter game in 3D. They were weird. I never heard of that series again after that point. Honestly, a normal attack should be fine, right? Because the assist? Yeah, we'll be fine.
There! We did it!
Well, just like that, we're down to just 2 dudes, right? 3 dudes. Where's the third guy? Oh, right, because Sho and Nagi have 1 enemy. So we can all just team up on that dude next turn and obliterate him. And then everyone sleep? That's not so bad, but I'd like... Yeah, that's what I was hoping would happen. Oh, no counterattack.
Let's go.
Aw. Well, Sho can't move very far, so a counterattack's the way to go with him. Or... Oh, crap. Yeah, look at this guy. All primed to attack me.
Come on! Good.
There you go.
Damn.
You know what to do, right, Nagi?
Yes.
I do, Sho. I won't be reckless. Yeah. You have me and the rest of us. You're right. We're comrades. Let's fight through this together.
Move out.
I can't get behind him. Ah,
Well then.
that's unfortunate.
Let's go.
Easy enough to attack this guy from behind.
There!
Let's get this show on the road.
Ah, I should have done the psychic attack. That would have been the smarter thing to do. What can you do? Because you're a short range character. You can reach him. Cool. There's something about the looping, the weird awkward fire that shows up, and the like looping audio from her voice. Like, it's just the right combination of awkward that I'm used to from those really iffy PS2 games that are always like a special kind of cheesy we don't quite get anymore. Can't hit him with that. I could use coil shot, which is a pretty cheap skill. So I can just kind of effortlessly throw that around.
That takes care of that.
And away we go.
Nothing can reach, right? Longest range skill is that, so we're not going to reach him this turn. So a better use of my turn might be to defer. Ooh, use them. Yeah, defer to the mech character. The anti-mech.
Hey, check this out.
Roger
Because
that.
if he can stun the dude, that's great. But he's not going to be able to reach him. Nope. It's almost gonna... It can almost reach, but not quite. Oh well. Next time. Getting closer at least.
Move out.
And now it's just you. Probably want to go with agility or something. I can do an uncounterable attack. The problem is that he's going to attack somebody, and I think he already charged, didn't he? Maybe I should bait the attack then. If he's already prepped to do a big attack, then if I use agility up, he'll attack her specifically and have a low chance of hitting. 39% chance. Well, that's his turn.
Let's do this.
Well, alrighty then. Sho is in range. Let's do burn.
Come on!
I should have done the stun first. What am I doing? Dummy. Sho's extremely unlikely to take very much damage, but still.
Let's begin.
Obviously, I should open with the stun. Or I could do this really high damage attack. Let's do Tempest.
Take this!
Best part is that it seems to not hit allies.
Oh, I'm really in a spot now.
I don't think he's stunned.
Let's go.
And away we go. How's this?
Back attack. There's something morbid about tracking down who the traitor is, specifically during what is now the loyalty missions.
Move out.
It'd be like playing Mass Effect 2 and doing the loyalty missions of that game in order to figure out which one of them is actually like the Cylon of the group, which is interesting. Silent Slash? This probably is it, right? Nope. Actually, it still might be. Yeah, it is. Whoa. So those guys are specifically damaged from the back the most, but if you do a crit, I think it just doesn't care. Mission complete. I must thank you for helping me survive again. This must have been the first time I was scared of battle since I joined the army. Ha! I don't think I would have ever heard those words from you when we first met. Yeah, I think so too. So much, I may start laughing. Fear is nothing but a bothersome existence. That's how I've been educated until now, and I've never questioned it. But now, I consider this emotion of fear as something very precious. It seems like I'm trying to change. What a funny story. This is all your fault.
Huh?
My fault.
Yes.
God, yes, this is all your fault. All of it. No. Perhaps I should say thanks to you. I've always aimed to be strong because being right proved my worth. However, though I thought I was training myself in that manner, I might have been weakening myself instead. I only sought recognition from others that I'm right and strong. Working toward a goal without thinking of others was comfortable in a way. However, this isn't a strength. It simply means I was averting my eyes from my own weaknesses. It's only after having something precious to me that I'm able to realize this. It's thanks to you, Sho. Nagi.
Yes.
I won't run away anymore. I'll look at my weakness, admit it, and move forward. I'll admit that I have something precious, rather than have something that I must do. I don't know if this is the right way to go, to be honest. I'm scared.
However,
but perhaps being able to feel scared is important too.
thank you.
Thanks. You're too kind, Sho. Her story is a bit rudimentary, but it's definitely less moon logic and insane than the other ones, at least. It's just a bit of, it does a bit of just like a, I don't know, 4Kids TV, anime characters learning about themselves, storytelling going on there.
I need to learn to embrace my weaknesses.
That's like, okay, great. A+ storytelling. He's level 23 now, and he's got 4 gift XP to spend, so I guess that's gonna be something we do for a while. What's the answer?
We still can't.
Nagi's the voice. The good news is Sohiro's not the voice, so I don't have to worry about losing my healer or trying to dethrone the #1 battle ranking character. But it means that Nagi is, has a 1 in 3 chance of being eliminated, and we're gonna find out this episode. Hey, Sho. So, who do you think the traitor is? We don't know yet, but you're the last person, or whoever. There's usually someone right after you too. Whoever comes up next. Shit. Yep. So it's Nagi and Sohiro's fine. Great. So let's recap. 1, 3, yep. 2, yep. 3, yep. 2, yep. 3, yep. Okay, so we narrowed it down. Took longer than last time, but we got a little unlucky. Or more specifically, I got weirdly lucky last time in that I was like, well, it's gonna take like it's gonna take like 3 more rounds probably to narrow down who all the voices were, and then I subbed out. I did something to sub out one specific character, and it just like all the dominoes fell into place. I'm like, oh my god, that reveals everything all at once. That's weirdly lucky, but okay, sure. So here we go. 3 people are. Yeah. We can kind of do without, I suppose. If losing one of these guys isn't so bad. We don't lose the healer. We don't lose our tank punchy lady. But the people on the docket are long range movement teleporting knife character. That does pretty high damage. Longer range, more mobile, and even higher damage knife character, although only if you use her 100 skill that she has from George. And our buffer character, I guess? I could definitely lose Yoko the most, both because I find her the most irritating storytelling-wise than the other ones. The other ones are almost okay. You're stupid. You're like, everyone can be friends no matter what, especially the guy that's ending the world. I'm like, this is... Okay. Okay, you're a lunatic, but sure. They're both a little more likable. I'm just... Her obsession with singing and some of the douchey ways she interacts, I'm like, I don't like her. But also she's the least useful in combat, kind of? I mean, she has buffs, that's obviously useful, especially since she can debuff the enemy. I'm really just trying to split hairs here over slight preferences when obviously Zenji's the one I'm most interested in removing because he's both a dick and I don't like using him in combat. About to find out. Can't find out from this menu, unfortunately, so I have to say to you that I don't know. Oh, I see. Yeah. I guess me neither. Somebody gonna ask me again now? Hey, Sho, over here, Sho. It's time to play Truth or Dare, so I chose Truth. Okay, so, I think the traitor is Toya. No. Oh yeah? Well, maybe you're right. I have trouble with this sort of thing. I really wish they would listen to me when I say no, but nope, they're still gonna vote for him. Welp. At least I can find out who. Maybe I'll get lucky for once and vote for and find them first. So we now figured out from last time that I don't need to find out for sure who the traitor is via vision points. When I did it on the first floor that had this mechanic, I did it on Himeno, and then immediately everyone turned on her, but I think that was just a coincidence. So, I only have to use it on 2 of them maximum until I find the real traitor, and then I can just stop. So I have enough to narrow it down right now. Let's try Ajito first. Great. It might be you.
I see it. This is... Huh? Hey, wait!
I still feel really bad about all this. Come on. It's a dog-eat-dog world. You'd be on the enemy's team, right? There's no escaping this room. What the heck's going on here? Let's do this in style. How many more times we have to keep doing this? Love and peace for everyone. Kinda seems like the only choice is still the enemy. Huh? He's trying to fake us out so we don't suspect him. That guy? I'll see you around.
They're gone again.
Kinda seems like the only choice in this situation. Is this happening? Let's do this in style. It's a dog-eat-dog world. Love and peace for everyone. I still feel really bad about how many more times we have to keep doing this? What's that guy's problem? Come on. Maybe he's trying to fake us out. There's no escaping this room. He's still the enemy. On the enemy's team, right? What the heck's going on here? It won't be much longer.
Please, wait.
Kinda seems like the only choice in this situation. It's a dog-eat-dog world. What's that guy's problem? The enemy's still the enemy. You be on the enemy's team, right? Let's do this in style. Is this happening? There's no escaping this room. I still feel really bad about all this. Maybe he's trying to fake us out so we don't suspect him. Peace for everyone. How many more times we have to keep doing this? There's no escaping this room. It's a shame being the bad guy.
What do you mean? Agito, you're the... So you're the traitor.
Unexpected? We got it on our first try. So it's Agito, which I've called Agito the entire game and might as well just not stop at this point. Oh yeah, it's still in progress. Do I have follow-up dialogue with anybody? Mana?
Care to come along, Sho?
Of course.
I'm delighted. Thanks, mate. You know, I've been thinking a lot since we last chatted, Sho. About how I can get myself to believe I'm important or cute. It took a while, but I reached a conclusion. I'm thinking of saving the world. With my own hands, for sure. I can't stop thinking that I'm cute straight away. Nor can I stop my ways so abruptly. It's probably something that'll take my whole life. There's no point if I think on it constantly. Therefore, in order to continue living, I need the world to stay alive.
So that's why you'll save the world, huh? There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's a great reason.
There's nothing wrong with completely self-serving reasons for saving the world, that she only wants to save the world for her own benefit?
I was hoping you'd say that. But you know, it's probably difficult to achieve by myself. So, Sho, please help me. Help me save the world. Will you promise me that?
But of course. We're allies after all.
I meant it in a relationship other than simple comrades. But that's just how you are. I'll tell you proper-like if you stick with me to the end. And for that, Sho, I'll be depending on you to see this through.
Of course. We'll be together until the end, Mana.
Quite.
Getting a lot of these bonds put together now. So this is the first loss I'm going to feel, particularly, because now I'm losing a character that, unfortunately, plays a specific role in the party. So other people were kind of like Himeno and so on, kind of. But Agito is 50% of the people that have super long range ability to move through walls and around obstacles, and even moving super long range. In addition to that, he's also pretty effective at damage. He doesn't really have any remarkable skills necessarily. He just has single target attacks across the entire board, and frankly just attacking normally is often just as good. But he's effective, so it's a bummer. But definitely would be more bummed if I lost Nagi, who seems to be objectively a better character so far as I can tell. Oh wait, Nagi will have dialogue, because I just did her mission.
You're here. Let's talk, Sho. Talking with you like this makes me forget that this is a battleground. I wonder why, but I feel that I can be at peace.
There are many enemies out there.
Yeah, you're right. We're surrounded by enemies. Anyone who interferes is the enemy. Why did it have to turn out like this?
Nagi?
It's almost like I never had my own identity. Since I never had anything I wanted to do or had anything precious to me. I chose the path where I was simply praised by others. However, meeting you made me realize it. You made me realize, Sho, what is truly precious. It's painful, and I'm scared. But I was able to change because of you. Thank you. Can you promise to stay with me until the very end? Or at least, take responsibility for making me experience the fear of separation. Of losing you.
Got it. We'll be inseparable, Nagi.
Yeah. Thanks, Sho.
Okay, the achievement icon for a bond with Nagi is a picture of Mana. That's weird. That seems like a mistake. Then again, the bond with Mana image was legs. So there might be some weird issues going on with some of the achievements in this game. Is the only bond remaining the one for the traitor? It is. Go figure. I'm like, well, time to stop using him in combat. And if I want to finish the bonds, though, then experience the end of the story for him, he's next, fittingly. We haven't even started the actual floor yet. We're just doing all of these because, like, as many of them showed up all at once as normally there are missions in a floor, which is crazy to think about. Alright, we'll get ready to kill Ajito. Let's do Nagi real quick, I'll get caught up. Evaluation 1 of 2, Nagi. Research Building D, Zero Gravity Room, 2014, N002, N004, the usual stuff. A nervous first meeting with the subject. Tests will begin starting today. We're calling this a test on paper, but there are no concrete hypotheses to base it on. I don't want to say that we have no idea what's going to happen, but it's true that we're pretty much going into this blind. There's no knowing what the subject will show, think, or do. At any rate, I should go get her. First meeting is over. Then again, we didn't really meet face to face. I only confirmed the subject entering the zero gravity room through a camera set inside. She looks just like an ordinary child. The whole thing makes me uneasy, but I heard about some of the tests done to the other subjects, and I'm glad I'm in charge of this girl. Gave the usual order to the subject to play with the many blocks in the room. All the usual toys from a typical playroom are here as well, scattered through the area along with the blocks. It would appear the only difference is that this room has zero gravity. I'll observe the subject as she acclimates to this room full of playthings and see what she does. They can make zero grav rooms? It's just a thing they can do? Part 2. Just like yesterday, the subject keeps surprising me. She adjusted immediately to the zero gravity room she was put inside without needing any kind of explanation. It seems like she immediately understood what was controlling this room. After drifting through the air for a while, she landed herself on the ground, while all the toys and objects around her kept floating aimlessly. The subject has been placed in a zero-gravity environment today as well. I told her again to play with the blocks, but somehow the blocks are beautifully gathering into a stream around the subject. All she has to do is gesture, and the blocks naturally gather without her even having to touch them. They're making shapes on their own. A dolphin the size of the subject herself forms from the sea of blocks and swims to slow circles around her. Its composition reforms countless times with every movement, making it look as if it's alive. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I ended up running late to the test's starting time today, and the subject had to spend some time alone in the zero-gravity room for a while. According to the others' reports, she was playing with the dolphin again today for some time. When I reached the observation booth, though, I thought there must have been some kind of mistake with the gauges and readouts. I thought the zero-gravity setting must surely have malfunctioned. Tables and chairs were lined up neatly on the ground. The toys, blocks, and other subjects were neatly placed in boxes, like in the usual playroom, and the clothes were placed in hangers. She did it all. She somehow managed to give everything in the zero-gravity room its own gravitation. Today marks the end of the tests on subject N004. The whole test was started based on little more than blind optimism and curiosity, and yet what I've seen here today goes beyond anything that we could have even based the test on, beyond everything we thought we knew as natural law. That's all I can think to say. Hey! Nagi, the not insane person, additionally has a not insane backstory where she just made stuff float around and then played with stuff in the floating and then made stuff stop floating around when it was supposed to be floating and didn't make anyone go insane, didn't blow stuff up. Good girl, Nagi.